Hello dear students, welcome to the online learning session of 2020-21. Today in this lecture we are going to cover chapter 1 India size and location of class 9th geography. But before we begin, I would like to throw some light on the proper utilization of all the resources you are going to receive during this period. And for that, let me take you to the first slide. Here, as you can see on your right hand side, there are some points. These points make your notes. And on the left hand side of your screen, there will be some pictures. Here, for an example, is a world map. What I intend to mean that we'll be combining all these elements of notes, illustrations, maps, especially, and lectures in order to understand all these concepts very, very nicely. So let us begin our lecture. Our very first topic is location of India. If I ask you a question, where is India located in the world? What is going to be your answer? Let us try to find out the answer ourselves. Let us draw a line on this world map like this. Now this is a vertical line. And what are these imaginary vertical lines on the globe known as? Yes, exactly, these lines are known as longitudes. Let us draw another horizontal line. What is this line known as? This line is known as a latitude, and particularly this 0 degree latitude is also known by the name of equator. Now equator, as you know, divides the earth into two equal halves, two hemispheres. This one is known as northern hemisphere and this one is known as southern hemisphere. I hope I'm clear. Now let us number all these sections as 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now if I ask, where do you find India? You will definitely say that India entirely lies in the section 1, which is the northern hemisphere of the earth. So from here we learn that India is located entirely in the northern hemisphere. Just to revise, India lies in the continent of Asia. Now we are about to find the particular location, the specific location of India with the help of some tools, and these tools are going to be the latitudes of India and the longitudes of India. Because without these tools, we are unable to find the location of any place or any specific region on this earth. As you can see here, the latitudes of India read as 8 degree 4 minute north to 37 degrees 6 minute north. Now two things to learn here. What are these degrees and why north and north is mentioned in the latitudes of India? Let us try to understand the concept. First of all, we need to go into the definition of latitudes. This is the 0 degree latitude. And how is the latitude defined, or how are latitudes defined? Latitudes are the angular distance from the equator to the poles. Now as you go to the North Pole, you can see this side we are having North Pole, and if we move southwards, we'll reach South Pole. Clear? Now the definition of latitude says the angular distance from the equator to the poles. Now if we move, when we see this line, all these horizontal lines from the equator to the poles make latitudes, and these lines are parallels towards both the poles. They will never meet each other since they are parallel lines. Now there is one another imaginary line known as longitudes. Now what are these longitudes? As we had found this 0 degree latitude, here in Greenwich at London lies your 0 degree longitude. Now let us recall that this longitude is a vertical imaginary line drawn on the globe. Now as we move, let us assume this is a 0 degree longitude. So places to the east and places to the west are measured according to these longitudes. Now if we see India, the westernmost part of India and the easternmost part of India lies completely to the east of this Greenwich meridian, which is 0 degree longitude. That is why we see an east to an east extension for longitudes, and when we move from 0 degree to north, here you can see southern tip of India and here you can see the northern tip of India. So since India lies completely in the north of equator, that is why there is one north, there is the second north, the first north comes here, the second north comes here, and when we come to the east, this is your 68 degrees 7 minutes east, and this is your 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitude. Now let us move to the map of India in order to understand it more precisely. Now assume this is your 0 degree longitude and we are moving eastwards. When we will move from London towards India, definitely we are moving eastwards. Now when we come to Gujarat, when we reach Gujarat, we will find this 68 degrees 7 minutes east longitude or meridian, and if we keep moving eastwards up to Arunachal Pradesh, we will find one another longitude, that's 97 degrees 25 minutes east. So that is why longitudes of India read as 68 degrees 7 minutes east. East of what? East of which place? East of 0 degree longitude. Up to where? Up to 97 degrees 25 minutes east. So let us try to find out the states. If I ask you which state lies at 68 degrees 7 minutes east longitude or meridian, of course your answer has to be Gujarat. And if I ask which state lies at 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitude, of course your answer has to be Arunachal Pradesh. Am I clear? I hope this is making sense. Now, in the same way, if we move to latitudes of India, here let us assume that this is equator. We have already seen that India entirely lies in the northern hemisphere. It means if we have to find the first latitude of India, we have to move northwards. And when we move northwards, right from 0 degree, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, we will find this 8 degree 4 minute north. And you keep moving northwards up to Jammu and Kashmir. Here you are going to find the northernmost limit or the northernmost latitude which touches India's borders. And this comes as 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitude. So this is your latitudes for India, 8 degrees 4 minute north to 37 degrees 6 minutes north. North of what? North of the equator. I hope this concept is clear to you people. Now let us move forward and we'll move on to learning one more latitude which is known as Tropic of Cancer. Of course, the measurement for this latitude is 23 degrees 30 minutes north of the equator, and this Tropic of Cancer divides your country of India into two equal halves, almost two equal halves. Now one important question may arise here, that through how many states this latitude known as Tropic of Cancer or 23 degrees 30 minutes north of equator passes? The answer comes as it passes through 8 states of India. If we start from west to east, from west to east, let me repeat, from west to east, this line you can see here is your Tropic of Cancer, which measures about 23 degrees 30 minutes north of the equator, and it divides your country into almost two equal halves. So it passes through starting from Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. Now we need to remember, we need to learn the names of all these states through which Tropic of Cancer passes. And we'll also be learning some techniques to remember all these kinds of questions.